Hail and well met, fellow Amnestre. This is Northurion at the 20th Anniversary Fairgrounds to announce a very special episode of Amnestre Media Presents. This is a WoW nostalgia extravaganza featuring my old friend Rubgy.
What's up?
We're going to recreate our very first World of Warcraft characters and make it look like Rubgy.
I don't remember what Rubby looked like.
And reenact an incredible journey we undertook in December 2004. Oh, I think I'm safe. Oh!
And then you die. That'll teach you.
With plenty of plot twists. Rubgy, it's a rags to riches story.
It was indeed.
And perhaps some TOS violations for which we hope the statute of limitations has expired. Plus, a whole lot of us geezers talking about things we don't remember. So get ready for a 20 megaton nostalgia bomb in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm joined today by a very special guest via Discord, my old friend and comrade in arms, Rubgy. Rubgy, welcome!
Hey, greetings.
So, as we record this, it is December 20, 2024, which is a very special day for two reasons. First, it's Rubgy's birthday, so happy birthday, Rubgy.
Thank you, thank you.
This is a birthday with a big 0 after it. So I'd like to start by asking you what it was like coming of age in the hard-scrabble days of the Great Depression.
I don't remember. I'm too old.
Actually, the second reason this is an important day is that this is the 20th anniversary of our playing WoW together.
That's right.
Yep. So do you want to talk about how that came about?
Oh, yeah, I don't have as many details as you have, but what I recall is that every year at that time, I would usually buy a new game because we'd have a week and a half off work, and I'd play some video game. And we were talking about which game to buy that year. And you had done research and mentioned this game, and I had not heard about it. So I went and checked it out. Wasn't sure I wanted to play, but I think ultimately you convinced me. And then I'll let you take over from there.
Well, I don't remember it that way because I remember like dragging my feet about it because I thought this game is gonna be such a time sink, and
you were going back and forth for sure.
I'm just not ready for this, and it sure was a time sink. That's for sure.
Well, I was concerned about the gameplay. Wasn't sure I was going to enjoy it, but yeah, I've been enjoying it for 20 years.
So one day, 20 years ago, I come home and find a copy of WoW in my screen door. Basically,
it was the early days of Amazon.
That's how I remember it. Ghost of WoW Past here to explain for our younger audience. Back in 2004, games came in a cardboard box. I know it's difficult to imagine. A box containing a shiny metallic disc that you would insert into your computer where it made a whirring or clicking sound. And maybe an hour later, after answering a bunch of annoying questions, the game would magically appear on your computer screen. Now, back to the show. So Rubgy is like a hobbit. Hobbits give other people presents on their birthdays. So Rubgy gifted me with this copy of WoW, and the rest is history.
Here we go. Interworld. Oh yeah. This feels right. I'm in Cold Ridge Valley again.
I'm gonna just start, walking to Darnassus.
Alright, I'm heading to Ironforge, I guess.
Okay. Maybe we should talk about other games that we played before WoW, just to give some context. There's some fun stories there, too.
Well, I played a lot of single-player games, and one of the games that I played, I believe it was called Giants.
Citizen Kabuto, right?
I think so. It was one of the first games where after WoW you could actually fly, and that was pretty amazing. Control your flight, which didn't happen in this game until much, much later.
Yeah, not till Burning Crusade. I remember you playing that. I've never played it myself, but my gaming history is mostly first-person shooters like Doom and Half-Life. And so that led quite naturally into our favorite pastime together, which is Unreal Tournament. Remember that?
Oh, I was just thinking that must have helped you get ready for Unreal because I've never been good at first-person shooter, but I tried. Well, we worked together on campus, and that was, I think back then we may have still had dial-up at home. It was pretty bad.
Ghost of WoW Past here. A word of explanation about dial-up. Dial-up was a way of achieving internet connectivity using standard telephone lines. A telephone line is a... You know what? Let's just forget it.
So we'd often go to campus to play online games, and one of the games I remember playing a lot with my nephew and with you was Unreal Tournament.
Absolutely. Those were the days. We had a server up and running in our office. We go there in the evenings and good times.
Late night for sure. Yeah, no, that game was awesome. The Hall of Giants is one of my favorite places.
There was a outdoor low grav map that was one of my favorites.
Yeah, and then my nephew, ruler of all, was really good at that game.
Yeah, he put us to shame. And at one point, Northurion started playing with us, and she was the one that came up with the concept of a spawning closet where you could respawn in private so that you didn't get taken out while you were respawning.
Headshot. That's right.
Well, my favorite was
Flak Monkey.
Oh yeah, you love the flat cannon.
that was my weapon of choice.
Well, so I remember when we were playing that game, we would play at home too, and I remember my internet must not have been very good because I made my first character's name Lord High Ping.
That's right. That's right. And one of my characters was called Sticky D. That was my that was my excuse. I got fragged because of my Sticky D. I couldn't strafe.
Always an excuse, man. Just get another keyboard, sheesh.
One of the things that was incredibly addictive about WoW that I just loved was the fact that you could walk for hours and never hit a load screen. I mean, the sense of exploration was just incredibly awesome.
I was just gonna say, I love the videos and the sound. For me, starting off as a dwarf and being in the snowy mountains was just so cool. And we started playing in December, so it kind of fit the climate around here.
Yeah, that's a great segue to what you're actually watching on screen here. Rubgy and I are recreating a journey we made in the early days of WoW. As you see, Rubgy made a dwarf paladin, and I made a night elf hunter. And the starting zones were incredibly far apart. In fact, we didn't even know how far apart they were.
Right.
And had no idea how to get from one to the other. And you got to remember, this was in the days before Wowhead, even before Thoughtbot. Remember Thoughtbot?
Oh my goodness, yes. I mean, I think it might have been slightly after bulletin boards, but it was just about where you'd have to use a bulletin board to find information.
And actually, I think what I had to do was I consulted the hard copy game manual, and there was a map in there that showed Darnassus and Ironforge. Ghost of WoW Past here. We should explain that a game manual is a booklet made out of glossy, often brightly colored paper that accompanies the shiny metallic disc in the cardboard box. It uses words and pictures to help you understand how to play the game. It covers such difficult concepts as connectivity, but note they don't define what a 56K modem is. Live phone support. Let's take a moment to loll about that. Understanding your interface. Your first battle. If you need money. Corpse retrieval. Opening and closing bags. Getting outbid. Retrying quests. Ignoring players. And removing a member of the party. It even has a glossary of helpful terms like Care Bear, Griefer, Hate, and Newbie. Now, back to the show. So I had a rough idea of where we needed to go, but it was a mystery to both of us, what lay between Ironforge and Darnassus.
Well, and I have to say I'm pretty risk averse, so I was not in a hurry to go meet up with you.
Little did we know about the crocodiles in the wetlands.
Yeah, there's a level 24 out there hiding.
There may be a close encounter before we're done with this video. I don't know how this is going to work, with us being level 1 in the wetlands, but
It's not gonna work. We're gonna have to get these characters up to speed. Okay, so I'm in Ironforge, back to the grandfather winter here. I'm gonna go to the auction house then, because that's my favorite place.
let's talk about the auction house. What is your history with the auction house, Rubgy?
Well, it's kind of complicated, but what it really comes down to is, as I played the game, I learned that I was willing to spend some of my hard-earned cash to improve my gear, my weapons, and I got into professions and would also purchase the materials needed to improve my professions.
Back when professions were still relevant.
And what that led me to was that, hey, if I'm willing to spend money to buy this, what if I were to sell things? And so I got into this process of selling the materials that were used in professions and the gear that you'd pick up. And that led to this opportunity to start purchasing things that were low priced and putting them back up on the auction house at high prices.
Buy low, sell high.
It actually worked quite well. It still worked.
Yes, I think so. Now, Rubgy's being really modest here. He is a grandmaster auctioneer. I remember that because I said, have you looked into the auction house? Because I hate the auction house. That's just not my happy place in WoW. I like just hoarding gold and not having to work hard on the auction house to get it, or do anything on the auction house to get it.
Yeah, I got a different view. I'm willing to spend half my game time in the auction house. Because I don't hoard gold, I amass gold.
Yes. I'm like a dragon. I just sit on top of the pile of gold. I'm not going to go out and work to get it.
No, I'm more like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. I just need more. It's never enough. Once you can buy everything in the game, it's still not enough.
This is not from Vanilla WoW, but remember that time you helped me get that chicken pet?
Oh, yeah, you needed to borrow some cash, I remember.
Yeah, you needed to have $1 million gold in your inventory. I think the name of the pet was Pierre. This is in Battle for Azeroth.
Kultiris, yeah.
Yeah, it was in Kultiris. It's a little rooster named Pierre or something. So you let me borrow $1 million gold, which I had never seen before in my life.
I was going to say, it would take a long time to just work your way towards $1 million without the auction house.
I almost didn't give it back.
That's okay. I had several more on me.
What's your progress? I'm waiting here at the...
Yeah, I'm in the auction house just looking at, weapons.
How much gold do you have? Or copper do you have? 0?
Well, 0 right now, but that could change quickly. Actually, what I've playing hardcore lately, I've been learning that right around level 7 to 10 is where you start making enough silver that you can buy things and sell things. But up until level 7, you just have to survive.
Okay, I'm getting on the boat in Teldrassil.
Holy moly!
Start heading to Lochmoden, because I'm probably ahead of you on the journey.
Yeah, you are. And the thing is, at level 1, though, I guess I'll be fine until I get to the south outpost. But after that...
You might get hit in Lochmoden.
I mean, there's a lot of boars, and there's some mountaineers around, so as long as I look out for the bears and wolves.
I'm guessing spider.
Spider? Yeah, but is this hardcore or just classic?
This is classic.
Oh, okay, so you can actually die.
Yes.
Alright, I'm still in hardcore mode. I can't die. It's not allowed.
So on the topic of gold and amassing gold, do you want to talk about a particular episode? I think you know what I'm referring to.
Yes. Okay, so my greed knows no bounds. So even though I had the auction house available to me, I wasn't making enough gold to do what I wanted to do, which was really max out my blacksmithing profession so that I could build better weapons and gear. And finally, I decided to take the plunge, and I attempted to purchase gold online. Now, this was
what?
I know. With real money, with cash. One of the problems is you can get kicked off the game, like banned forever.
Really?
And I had invested a fair amount of money in this damn game. So I didn't want that to happen. But worse than that, I had invested a lot of hours into my character. And so I was really nervous that if I got busted, I would lose access to the game and the character. But so anyways, I took the plunge. I found a way. First time I'd ever used PayPal. Created an account on PayPal and
That's hilarious.
paid somebody $59.95 for was 200 gold. Does that sound right?
Sounds right.
And I went through that gold like in 3 days.
What'd you spend it on?
Mostly on ore. I think it was like mithril and true silver and stuff like that. But I'm sure I got, all the best gear I could get too off the auction house before I did that.
Well, I remember that too, and especially because you sent me photo evidence of this. I don't know why, but I'm gonna put it on the screen now.
That's incriminating. I can't get banned now, can I?
Rubgy, I don't think there's a statute of limitations on something like that.
Well, I guess there's other games I could play.
Does it seem right that Blizzard could ban you for something they've legalized?
So, preparing for this, I actually had recently looked through some of my old emails. It's amazing some of the emails I have from 2004 as we were starting to play this game.
Yeah, so what'd you find?
Well, like in the morning, after playing several hours in the evening, in the morning, we'd send each other an email and tell the tale of what we'd been up to the night before.
I remember the tales of Arayomo. It's been years since I've looked at that stuff, but I remember Northurion used to read those to the little Northlings at lunchtime.
Yeah, you created it you had like volume 1, volume 2, or chapter 1, chapter 2. You kept up with it too.
I should revisit those.
They're pretty good. They do a great job of like putting you into the game while you're reading it and visualizing what you see and did.
The ghost of WoW past here. Settle in for story time. The Book of Eruyomo, Chapter 11. During my sojourn in Stranglethorn Vale, I heard tell of a far-off desert land called Tanaris in southern Kalimdor. One Stoli commissioned me to deliver a crate to the port of Steamweedle in that land. Now I shall tell how I came to Tanaris by many winding ways. Though I love the rich smell of the earth and the loamy, fragrant woods of northern Kalimdor, sometimes the salt sea air fills my breast with longing to take to the sea. And so, having come to Menethil Harbor from the Northlands, I boarded a ship, which from Theramore I flew by hippogriff to the outpost of my people, called Thalinar. From there I trekked through the jungle of Feralus, through many perilous ways to the stronghold of my people known as Feathermoon. There I heard tell of the onslaught of the Hate-Crest Naga, vile serpentine creatures who have invaded the ruins of that fair. I knew that I could not defeat Lord Shalzaru alone, so I enlisted the help of one Notch and one Galadrius, and the three of us did war against the Naga of Lord Shalzaru. When we entered his slimy lair, we found it all aslither with vile serpents. As soon as we slew one, another would come to take its place. So I returned to Thalinar, for I heard tell that the desert of Tanaris was to the east of there. Through the stony spires of Thousand Needles I rode my steed. Narrowly did I escape the Tauren guards of Free Wind. In the middle of the shimmering flats is a wondrous place. There the goblins have built an oval track where they make trial of the strange vehicles they have constructed by their secret arts. Wheels they have, yet they move without aid of horses or any other beast of burden. Rather, they propel themselves at great speed by some strange magic. Yet to the south and east I came at last to the desert of Tanaris and the town of Gadgetzan, its capital. There I found folk of both the Alliance and the Horde dwelling in an uneasy truce as they do at Booty Bay in far-off Stranglethorn. Now, back to the show. So what's your progress? I'm getting on the boat here to Wetlands.
I think I'm getting pretty close to the quarry, and I'll be at the south
gate.
I
might be ahead of you.
Well, I spent too much time in Ironforge just hanging out by the auction house. I should have just immediately started heading this way. I don't remember, but it doesn't seem to me like we met up right away at a low level, did we? Didn't we get a few levels in before we did that?
Yeah, it was...
And you came with me, too. I wasn't willing to try it.
No, you did.
Did I?
Yeah. I don't know how far you got, but it was like level 10, I think. I think we were like...
Yeah, I was going to say we had to have been at least 10, which is still too low to go through the wetlands.
Right.
You're going to die.
Right.
Right, so I'm out of the gate pass, and I will soon be heading to an area where I cannot possibly survive.
It's all good.
It's not. You know, the first time I played Classic and I died, I couldn't believe how long it took to walk back to my body. It was like 15-minute walk, it seemed like.
Nowadays, there's no longer even any res sickness, or it's very,
Yeah, oh,
very light
nothing
res
like
sickness.
yeah, like if you died quickly twice in a row, you'd have to wait a minute, and if you died again, maybe 5 minutes, and it just was really irritating. But more than the res sickness delay was having to walk back to your body, which could be quite far from the nearest cemetery.
Yes, which I'm about to demonstrate. I am entering the, crossing the bridge.
Look out for the level 24 behind the tree.
Yeah, it's gonna hit me before I get to the next bridge. I feel it coming.
I've got a
Oh,
level 30 mage with me. Maybe I'll get an escort.
yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
You get past that first croc and you can avoid the others pretty easily.
Nice.
Oh shit, there's the question mark scouts. But I got a level 30 in front of me, so
Oh, that pass
yeah.
between Lochmoden and Wetlands.
Oh, I'm dead. That
Yeah.
was one shot and I was half my health. They chose not to help me. There's two shots. That was almost all my health. I have 3 out of 88 health points.
Oh,
That mage
oh,
was
incoming, incoming, incoming.
that mage did not help me. That was rude, man. All for yourself, apparently. I think that guy was like level 21. He shot me twice with an arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Still alive, though. I would have never guessed that.
It's a process. So, also on the topic of gold, do you remember? I remember this vividly when I
Okay.
hit 40 and I so wanted to buy my mount,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't have the cash. I just checked the mount vendor in Darnassus, and the mount costs 80 gold. That's more than I remember, but even so, it was hard to amass, for me to amass that amount of gold. And I remember you helping me in Razorfen Downs, just grinding mobs for cash. We killed like 500 quillboars. Oh no, here comes again. Oh, I think I'm safe.
Yeah,
Oh!
no. And then you die. That'll teach you. Jinx.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, I'm near the spiders now, so yeah, I hear what you're saying about that's my first fear.
Do you remember that, farming the quillboars?
I just barely remember that. Oh, there's a spider on me. I'm dead, I'm sure. Oh yeah, I'm dead. Release spirit.
I'm just gonna leapfrog a little bit. I'm gonna go a little past my body and...
Been a long time since I've seen a ghost that I could actually move in the game.
You're referring to hardcore.
The last few months, when there's a ghost, it's over. Game over.
Game over, man. It's game over.
Got a level 26 here fighting crocs, so that's helping me.
Clear a path.
Oh, there's a raptor.
Yeah, I remember the first time you see somebody with a level question mark, that was scary. And I think that happens when they're 5 or more levels above you. Is that right?
Don't remember. Ghost of WoW Past here. According to the game manual, which I trust we don't need to explain again, the tooltip in the NPC portrait of a targeted monster also tells you the level of the monster selected. If the level of the monster in the tooltip is displayed as a skull and crossbones, then that means the monster is far beyond your level. You will not survive a battle against this enemy. Now, back to the show.
But basically, it means you will die if you fight them by yourself.
Ooh, I think I'm... Yeah, that 26 is really helping me. Because I sure would have died there. Oh!
Buddy,
I heard a very...
what's that?
I died again.
Oh,
I should have knocked on wood again.
getting cocky.
Yeah, that 26 is really helping me. Oh, my skill and defense has increased to 2.
Nice. Yeah, I just went to level 2 myself, so I've
I'm
gained
not
all
there yet.
hit points, mana, agility, stamina, intellect, strength.
Being in the wetlands brought back another memory for me, and you probably remember this better than I do. Remember that time you loaned me your account?
I needed a break from WoW, so I planned on it being a permanent break. And yeah, I pretty much said, "Here's my account, do what you want with it," and you did just that. I'm really grateful that when I made the decision to come back to the game, that you had taken care of my account for me.
What do you mean by that? So I used your account for banking alts. So I made like 10 different gnomes that were bankers that were all parked in Stormwind, stuffed to the goggles in mats. But I was sure to make sure that Rubgy, I did not delete Rubgy, or this could have been a very different kind of video.
I'm grateful for that. I mean, you did sell every single item that he had. Gear, weapons. He was naked. Yeah, but he still was there.
And I parked him in Menethil Harbor, right?
Yes. Yep. Not a copper on me. No weapons, no gear.
Rubgy, it's a rags to riches story.
It was indeed. I was able to recover.
So you really thought you would never return to WoW, you sweet summer
yeah.
child?
Yeah, that plan was more than a break. It was like, okay, time has come. But it lasted only about 6 months, I think, and I was ready to come back. I wouldn't doubt that an expansion came out or something, right? And then it's like, oh, something new.
Well, yeah, I remember when I took my first WoW hiatus. I think it was at the tail end of Burning Crusade. And you were still playing at that time, and when Wrath of the Lich King came out, you were really pumped about it, and you must have shown the content to me on your computer. And just when I thought it was out, you pulled me back in. But you were right, Wrath was peak WoW.
Oh, have we crossed paths or something? We should be meeting up by now.
Oh, we should, hold on.
I'm by the Crocs and the Raptors now. I'm by that cart that's over by the bridge. Oh, dude, you passed me up.
we passed. At what point did we pass each other?
Oh no, I'm dying now. Great. Never stop when there's a raptor nearby. I checked the map out and a raptor started attacking, and now I'm dead.
It will be hilarious to rewatch the video and figure out
how we passed. Probably when one of us was dead.
Probably.
I think it was when I died by the spider.
Okay, I'm on my way back towards you. This area right here around the graveyard is pretty safe.
Good to know.
You must have respawned at the other graveyard.
Oh, that's probably what happened.
Closer to
and then
Menethil Harbor.
And then I ran back to my body, but at that point you probably had passed.
Should I wait for you in the graveyard? Or...
Oh, yeah.
You're probably on your way, one way or another.
Resurrecting me. Very nice. Thank you, kind soul. Now I'm on my way to you. Oh, now I've got a croc on me.
You're dead.
Oh, no. I'm dead.
Here, I'll come join the fun.
Oh, wait, I can just do res...
Oh, right.
Here.
Yeah, that's right.
There we go. Here I am.
Oh, I spelled dance wrong.
So glad to be alive, man. Sheesh.
It's good to be alive.
Yeah. Whew.
All right, I guess that does it for the video. I know you got to go, but this has been a lot of fun.
Anyways, I'm looking forward to getting back together. There's plenty more stories to share.
Yeah, sounds good.
All
right, peace out.
See you soon.
Well, there you have it, Nostalgia Bomb 2024. 20 years after Rubgy and Northurion entered the game for the first time. Please like, share, and subscribe. And tell us if you want to hear more about the adventures of Rubgy and Eryomo, or if you want to know more about things we really don't remember. Until next time, peace out!
Up next, we have...